Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day at 8 a.m. and we get to explore this thing called life together. And today I wanted to talk about this idea of compliance is enslavement. And I asked the question, how compliant are you? Not only am I asking the question about how compliant are you, but where are you compliant? Are you compliant after you've thought things for yourself? Are you compliant just because of who is asking you to be compliant? It really comes down to the whole idea, are you thinking for yourself? Or do you just comply? Because so-and-so says it, I must do it. And so the question I keep asking is, what do I really think? Do I have enough facts to comply? What are the advantages of complying? What are the disadvantages of complying? Will this allow me to be my authentic self, or will this take me off my path of being authentic? Because I believe that without being authentic, there's no possibility of self-love. When there's no possibility of self-love, there's no possibility of love for others. I believe that. So authenticity is at the core of all that I believe and all that I desire to have and to experience. And so compliance, depending on the type of compliance, can send me away from my authentic self. For example, there's a law that you have to wear a seatbelt. I don't feel a need to wear a seatbelt, but I comply with that law because I weighed the positives and the negatives of it, and it's not a big inconvenience to me. So I just share that. Things I don't comply with. I don't comply with that I have to be of a political party. I don't believe I have to be a Democrat. I don't believe I have to be a Republican. Why would I want to put myself into a particular box? I'm unique. Being unique, what does that make me? It makes me independent. And that's exactly what the collective consciousness of the world seems to not want you to be anymore. It doesn't want you to be independent. It wants you to be of a political party. It wants you to be of a political ideology. It wants you to have a specific view on race or on sexuality or on money or any of these things. And if you fall into that category, then you can be manipulated through fear that what you have identified with is being challenged, and you get so attached to it that you're progressively owned more and more by the fear. And fear is not where I choose to go. Here's what you attract. If you're fearful, you attract more to be fearful of. Are you going out today? Are you going to live your fullest day? I do whatever I can every day to live my most full day, regardless of what anyone else is saying. Why would I care? Because if it's going to limit me and my authenticity, I'm sorry. I just don't play in that game. I don't dance that dance. So people say, I've been asked, what is my daily practice? People are curious about, how do I practice my independence? Well, I'll tell you. I wake up early. I wake up before 5 every day. At 5:15, my wife comes downstairs into my man cave, and she has a chair in my man cave. And we sit down and we do 20 minutes of Wim Hof breathing. Immediately after doing 20 minutes of Wim Hof breathing, we do 30 minutes of silent meditation. After silent meditation, we go upstairs. We give our dog Bailey, who's a diabetic, we give her medicine and her food. And then we spend the next 20, 30 minutes together. That's our morning commitment to each other. After I finish doing that, I do a guided meditation online. Anyone can be a part of it. Anyone can be a part of that meditation. After I do that meditation, I sit down. I write my thought for the day. And then at 8 o'clock, I get on here with you. After I finish here today, I will drive to the gym where I will take care of my body. The rest of the day, I do a lot of study. I'll be very honest with you. I am a voracious student of human behavior, of spirituality, of health, of wealth. I do a lot of study. I want to know as much as I can. And so I spend a considerable amount of time studying every day. Today, I will be preparing for a class, my 4th class that I'm teaching on Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I will eat healthy because I cook for myself most of the time. I'm a vegetarian. I will also do another meditation, normally around 4 o'clock. I do about an hour meditation at 4 o'clock with myself. And then I've left time open so that I can be open to impulses, be open to spontaneity. And then tonight, I do teach a class. I teach a class tonight from 6:30 to 8. Then afterwards, we'll watch the first episode of season 2 of Ted Lasso because my family's hooked on that program. It is probably the best show I've ever watched. I enjoy it tremendously. Just when I think I know what's going on, bam, I don't. And there's a lot of humor in it. There's a lot of positive stuff in it. And I really enjoy that. Keshav says, I'm afraid of something deep inside, but don't know what it is. Well, if you don't know what it is, don't be afraid of it. How can you be afraid of something you don't know what it is? That's like being afraid of the boogeyman. Boogeyman don't exist. If I can't identify something to be that's causing me fear, I turn away from that condition. That's one of the things that Ernest Holmes talked about when he wrote The Science of Mind. When you're dealing with something you don't like, he says, turn away from the condition and focus on what you want. Rose says, I have a hard time concentrating when I try to meditate. Well, yeah. Meditation is not easy. Meditation is not for the faint of heart. Meditation takes work. Lots and lots and lots. Rose, I've been meditating since 1995. Twice a day. And I'm just a beginner. But I never stop because the benefits that I see happening to me are incredible. You see, the reason you're having trouble with meditation, you're having a hard time, is because you're judging your meditation. Don't judge your meditation. Just sit, be still, and do. And if you're having a hard time, Rose, try doing guided meditations. Hey, join me at 7 a.m. All you got to do is go to agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the calendar thing, and you'll see the link there, and you'll find the Zoom link and join us for 20 minutes. We start every day exactly at 7:02. And we finish exactly at 7:22. Meditation is the one spiritual practice that I think is the most important of any that we do. Of all the study, everything I've done, meditation is the thing because meditation quiets the ego. And the ego is what causes us fear, Keshav. It's your ego feeling it's not enough. It's your ego trying to please other people. It's your ego saying, well, I got to do more, I got to do more, I got to do more. No, you don't. You don't. Lori puts in earbuds, listens to chakra frequencies to drown out things. Hey, find out whatever works for you. But what I've learned is I've done all of that. What I've learned is that for me, as I go deeper and deeper in my practice, just being still, and just focusing on the breath going in and out of my nostrils. Just focus on this outer part here and focus on the sensations of your breath going in and out of your nostrils. If you can keep your focus there, you go into such a deep state. It's incredible. But chances are you'll not be able to keep your focus there for more than 10 or 15 seconds, if that. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of practice. But that's okay. That's what this is about. Subliminals are sounds with words implanted beneath them. And so they're entering in suggestions into the subconscious mind without you even realizing it. Dion says, does meditation help with understanding self and compliance? Yeah, because meditation stops your ego from thinking. And the only time you have to be compliant is when you're thinking. Meditation is like a spiritual reboot. It's like you're rebooting the computer. You're giving yourself time to start all over again. You're clearing out all the nonsense, all the BS that your ego's created so that you have a clearer mind, so you're not taking all that BS in with you the rest of the day. Does it help with understanding self? It can, yeah. Because if you really get into meditation, you'll realize that you're not your body and you're not your mind. You are the observer that has a body and has a mind. Lori says, yesterday I sat on a wall in a busy street to practice my own deep thought. Great. The key thing is, can you be still in the midst of chaos? Really good question. Can you be at peace within yourself with all the chaos that's going on around you? Meditation will help you there. Here's the single best benefit meditation has. It will buy you 3 seconds. That's right. Something happens, and if you're a meditator, you'll have 3 seconds before you react. And 3 seconds is a long time to ask, and you're able to ask the question, is what I'm about to do in my highest interest? And if you can ask that question before you react, you'll now respond. And when you respond, you are empowered. So, this was a good discussion today. I'm not saying compliance is good or bad, but you have to ask the question, where am I compliant? And is that act of being compliant, is it stopping me from being my authentic self? If it is stopping you from being your authentic self, then you have a choice to make. And that choice would be, I want to be free to be authentically me, therefore I will not comply. But if it doesn't affect you from being you, go ahead and comply. No big deal. Everybody, thank you for taking the time. Thank you, because I know each of you are having an individual conversation with me, because each of you are hearing the words I'm saying differently than anyone else listening. So this truly is you and I having a one-on-one. And if you enjoyed this, share it. Let other people know that this exists. But what I want to leave you with is the same thing I leave you with every day. I love you and I accept you just as you are. Be you. Create your most magnificent life. Until next time, aloha.